Hey everyone, Josh Pyatt here. Today my coaching tip evolves around what dollar productive activities are and why they're so important to your business. Dollar productive activities are what creates leads and opportunities which over time lead to listings and sales. So in my books, there's 8 dollar productive activities. Now the first one is obtaining clean data of property owners. So once I speak to someone and identify that they actually own a property in my marketplace, I'm striving to achieve 4 crucial pieces of information out of them. Their full name, their mobile number, their email address, and the actual home address of where they live or where they own. If I've got those 4 things, then my relationship building and prospecting can be far more powerful. The next dollar productive activity is call sessions and prospecting. So there's a number of calls that we can make. For example, our Monday morning open for inspection callbacks, just listed, just sold, people who come through your auctions. Now, I know a lot of agents don't actually take names, numbers, and suburbs of people that come through their auctions on a weekend, but think about who actually comes through your auctions, like a lot of local neighbors. So we want to obtain that data so we can build relationships and sift out any potential leads. Some other types of calls that we can make that are dollar productive are responding to email inquiries, anniversary calls, old neglected database contacts, the list goes on. The third dollar productive activity is door knocking. So when you go out door knocking, your first goal should be to obtain that person's data. Remember that we spoke about the mobile number, the email address, and their name. Then the second goal of your door knocks is actually to look for people that are ready to list. So when I'm out door knocking, if I ask someone, oh, do you want to sell? And they say no, go away. Then if I try and get their mobile or their email, it's going to be a lot harder. So that's why when I'm out door knocking, speaking to someone on their front doorstep, I'm going in for their contact details first. And then just before I leave, I'm saying, oh, by the way, do you have any plans with your place in the next 6 to 12 months? The fourth dollar productive activity is servicing local owners that are in your database and buyers out in the marketplace. The fifth dollar productive activity is market appraisals. So if we're not getting into doors, then again, we're not going to be doing any business. So strive to achieve as many appraisals on a daily and weekly basis as you can, regardless of the people's selling situation. Even if they tell you, hey, Josh, we're not selling for the next 10 years, no problem. I still want to get into the door for a quick 5, 10, 15-minute appraisal. I also call those types of appraisals relationship building meetings. The next dollar productive activity is holding world-class open homes and auctions. So everyone that comes through your open homes on a weekend or midweek, you want to be getting their full name, their mobile number, their email address, and also the suburb they live in. Because if they live local, there's a good chance that they own that property, and that's a potential lead straight away. Now, with your auctions, if you're not taking down people's names, numbers, again, and the suburbs they actually live in, then start doing it. I mean, think about it. Who's the majority of the crowd at your auctions? Probably local neighbors, right? So again, you want to be obtaining that information to either put in your database and start servicing or uncover a potential lead straight away. Remember, at your opens and your auctions, you're being watched, you're being tested, you're being judged by people out there that are maybe thinking of doing something with their property in the next 6, 12, 18 months. Following on from that, the next dollar productive activity is listing presentations. If you're not meeting people that are ready to list their property today, then you're not going to be doing much business at all. And the last thing is actually listing and selling property, but that's not going to happen unless you do the previous 7 things really, really well. Now, in case you didn't notice, I didn't mention anything to do with admin or sending out mass emails to your database because those things are not dollar productive. They're not going to generate you a lot of business. So in summary, they're the 8 dollar productive activities that are going to make you lots and lots of money and get you lots of business in real estate. I hope you've enjoyed this week's tip. I'll see you next week.